Jai Shri Ramachandra. So today I would like to give a brief explanation on dosa. Cut the video. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Narasimha, Jai Shri Ramachandra. So today I would like to give a brief explanation on all basic pillars of life, that is dosha, dhatu and mala. So mala is actually the base, dosha is the thing that easily gets vitiated, and dhatu are the tissues. We can't give the exact meaning in English because Sanskrit is very specific and we can't give the exact meaning in English. So doshas actually are three types: vata, pitta and kapha. Each one of them have 5 divisions. Vata has prana, udana, samana, vyana and apana. Pitta has pachaka, ranjaka, sadhaka, alochaka and rajaka. Kapha has kledaka, avalambaka, shleshaka, darpaka and bodhaka. So now I would like to explain, according to the locations, they are divided into 5 divisions. So I would like to tell the locations one by one. So prana actually is the life force in the form of breath. Udana is the upward movement that controls the throats and lungs. Along with it, if it gets vitiated, it gives ENT and eye ailments. ENT means ear, nose and throat ailments, disorders. And prana, if it gets affected, it will give the head disorders and bronchial asthma and disorders actually correlating to the brain and the nose. So then actually udana controls the whole head along with mouth, nose, eyes and ears and throat and lungs. So udana is the upward movement and apana is the downward movement. It actually controls the pelvic region with the bladder, urethra and all of them. So next it creates, actually apana creates many disorders like kidney stones and stones in the bladder and all of those disorders. So, and actually piles also, and if only if it's in vitiation. So after that we go to vyana. Vyana is it goes all around the body and moves, and actually vata is the source of movement and source of kinetic energy in the body, and it only makes kapha and pitta move. So without vata we would have not been living on this earth, because vata is the most important thing, movement in the body. Even blood is moving because of vata. So vata is the main source of moving energy. So it's actually the energy of movement. So vyana actually does the most work of movement, and especially in the heart it circulates the blood. So prana, udana, samana, vyana and apana. So these are the 5 things that are done. So samana is actually in the stomach, that is a division of vata itself, and samana is in the stomach. It breaks down the digestive juices and enzymes, and this helps for digestion. If you don't have this, or it's in vitiation or increase or decrease, so then we'll have digestive problems and indigestion, and we can't eat the next meal easily. We'll be lethargic and we'll be very lazy and exhausted and drowsy. So these are the ailments caused if samana is vitiated. So pitta also has 5 divisions, as I told: pachaka, ranjaka, sadhaka, alochaka and rajaka. Rajaka is actually in the skin, and if it's vitiated, then we get skin disorders and all of them. And if alochaka is vitiated, then we get poor eyesight problems and redness in the eyes and many other problems. Redness in the eyes only if it is increased, and for decreased, the eyes will be very poor not able to see anything, night blindness, and many other disorders come up, eye disorders. So Ayurveda actually its location is in the eyes. So then sadhaka actually lets us speak. So sadhaka is the main source for us to speak and sing and do many other things, and it especially resides in the heart, just like samana. So actually these 5 divisions get the main diseases of pitta, and the 5 divisions of vata give the disorders of vata, and 5 divisions of kapha give the disorders of kapha. So this is the speciality in them. And doshas, the meaning of it is it easily gets vitiated, increased or decreased. So that's why vata comes first, because it easily gets irritated and easily gets decreased or increased, even with a minute problem in food. Make a small problem in diet. So this is what vata is, and we continue with pachaka, one of the 5 divisions of pitta. So pachaka actually helps in the digestion, and ranjaka also helps in the digestion, but is also located in the red blood cells, which imparts color to the blood and is the source of pitta energy in the body. So pitta mainly is for digestion and imparting color, redness and all of them, with the skin and smoothness of the skin. And if vata is in imbalance, it actually gives roughness in the hair, nails and skin. So next is kapha, the 5 types of kapha, that is kledaka, avalambaka, bodhaka, darpaka and shleshaka. Shleshaka actually is located in the joints, and if it is vitiated or increased or decreased, then we get joint pain, arthritis and many other things, disorders. So next is kledaka, that is in the actually in the throat and lungs and in the stomach place. So kledaka also helps for digestion. And next is kledaka, shleshaka, avalambaka. Avalambaka is in the chest, and if it is vitiated, then we get sore throat, cold, cough and many other disorders, including in rainy season immediately we get a lot of disorders, because in the rainy season actually kapha is vitiated, and along with that this actually gets vitiated more, that is the avalambaka, and that creates cold, sore throat and those disorders for the chest and throat. So after that kledaka, shleshaka, avalambaka, bodhaka actually imparts the taste. So actually if this is not in place or is imbalanced, then our taste buds will get destroyed and we can't taste anything. We'll get tastelessness and problems of the salivary gland. And the next is darpaka, that controls the head. If darpaka is in imbalance, then the head will be gone case, will not be able to think very well, we'll have mental disorders. So these are the 5 divisions, and vata type people actually have brittle bones and poor dull eyesight, and they are drowsy, exhausted, having rough skin, nails and the whole body is rough with hair, and they have very less hair and premature graying and baldness of the hair. Vata people also have a lot of disorders like lethargic, exhaustion, drowsiness, and they have mostly gastric disorders also. And kapha people are actually really fat. If it's increased, then they will be really fat with bulging and sagging stomachs, and they'll be having very huge stomachs with very huge body and too much fat everywhere. So that is increase in meda. that is the adipose fat tissue, that will be the increase, and kapha is about that. Pitta, actually, if you don't give proper food and if you don't actually look at the pitta, then pitta will just get too much or too less, and if it's too much or increased, then we get redness all over the body, too much smoothness, oiliness, and again redness on all the body, easily get freckles, blemishes, warts and what and all. There is acne and pimples and so many other things, rashes, and even the slightest, even the slightest thing, like if you sit on a mat for a lot of while, it will create rashes and redness in that place. And so this is pitta increased disorders. And if we don't have, if we have decreased pitta, then our body will be like very lethargic, will be sleepy, drowsy, and without color. We won't have any color in our body. We will be yellowish and somewhat different. And pitta people are argumentative mostly and easily remember it. They'll take it immediately, the information, they'll take it and have long-term memory. Even kapha people actually take it little difficult to take the knowledge but have long-term memory. Vata people actually take it very fast, take the information very fast and forget it also very fast. So Vata people are actually very impatient and restless and many other things to say to them. And Pitta people are very easily irritable, and if you do the slightest thing to them or irritate them very little, then they get easily irritated and start scolding and becoming violent. So Pitta people actually will have violent, fiery dreams, and Kapha people will have nature dreams and all of them. Vata people will have scanty sleep and fearful dreams and all of them. They will not be able to sleep. They will suddenly get up, suddenly sleep, very impatient and cannot sleep properly. So these are the things of Kapha, Pitta and Vata types people. And now we go to the Dhatus. That is Rasa, Rakta, Mamsa, Meda, Asthi, Majja and Shukra. So actually Rasa is the nutrition part of the body and is created when the body digests the food, and the Sara part or the main energy. Actually when we digest the food, one part will be the Sara or the nutrient fluid that can be given to all the body parts along with blood. It will get mixed with blood and go to all the body parts and get supplied. And the other part is Mala or Pitta, the waste, which will go through the excretory passages. So that is actually waste that is not useful for the body. So Rakta is blood, blood tissues. Then Mamsa is the muscle tissues. And Meda is the adipose fat tissue, and Majja is the bone marrow, which actually fills the empty spaces of the bones with fat and provides it nutrition. So then is Shukra, the reproductive part, the reproductive tissue. So when each one of them turn into each other. So Rasa turns into Rakta, Rakta turns into Mamsa, Mamsa turns into Meda, Meda turns into Asthi, Asthi turns into Majja, and Majja turns into Shukra. So this is the order. Each one of them turn into the end, they come to Shukra. And Upadhatus are also created, like the skin is an Upadhatu, and all of them are Upadhatus. And after that, when each one of them are created, Ojas is created. That is the main life-giving energy. So now I would like to talk about Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Sattva people actually are very calm-minded and have very good dreams, are very Sattva people actually eat fresh food, do not eat very old food, and generally actually are not non-vegetarians, they are vegetarians. And Rajas people eat too salty, either too salty, too sweet, or too bitter, like that. They'll be eating too much of one of the things. So Tamas people actually keep food in the fridge for 15 to 20 days and eat non-veg and all of it. So this is the qualities of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas people. Tamas people actually not spiritual at all and will be just thinking about material things. So next thing is the most important thing. This whole world is created with Pancha Mahabhutas, the 5 elements. That is Vayu, air, and next is Akasha, ether, and fire, Agni, Jala, water, and Prithvi, that is earth. So these are the 5 elements that create even Vata, Pitta and Kapha, along with that all the dhatus, Rasa, Rakta, Mamsa, Meda, Asthi, Majja and Shukra. They create all the dhatus, along with that also create Ojas. So it is all related, and Pancha Mahabhutas actually are the basic elements that create all of these things. So now I would like to show a few charts. Bhaiya, can you go a little back? Now these are a few charts that I have made. So actually this is to show that Kapha is created by earth and water mainly. Actually everything has every element, but mostly Kapha is created with earth and water. Pitta is created with fire, Vata is created with air and space. So as I told, there are 5 types of each dosha. So Pitta has the 5 types. Out of that, Pachaka is in the digestive system, and Ranjaka imparts color and is in the stomach, that also imparts color. And Sadhaka is mainly in the heart, as I told, and Alochaka is in the eyes, located in the eyes. And Rajaka is in the skin or touch, Tvak and Tvacha. So this is Prana of Vata, 5 divisions. Prana is the main life source and is in the form of breath. So this is a small figure that is to show Prana. This is Udana, the upwards moving in the lungs and the respiratory stomach and the nose, the face and the mouth and the nose. So this is Vyana, it circulates all around the body and especially in the heart. And here is Samana, that is in the digestive place in the stomach, and Apana is in the pelvic region for excreting, and here is Avalambaka, that is in the heart, in the chest region, and Kledaka is in the stomach, Bodhaka is for the taste, in the tongue, and Tatpaka is in the brain, and Shleshaka is in the joints of the body. So this is the chart that I created. So here we can go to the next chart about Vata is created by Vayu and Akasha, Pitta by Agni, Kapha by Prithvi and Jala. So the next chart is the same thing. Kapha is in the upper region of the body, mainly in the upper region. All doshas actually are in all places of the body, but mostly predominant in the upper region, Kapha is, and Vata is predominant in the below region, Pitta in the middle region. So here is a small drawing and a brief explanation about these dhatus. This is Rasa, Rakta, Mamsa, Meda, Asthi, Majja and Shukra. So here you can see a small diagram that is to show actually a child has more kapha and an old person has more vata. They get gastric disorders, mainly get affected by vata, and a young person mainly gets affected by pitta. So if waste matter has a very bad smell and it you cannot smell it, then it ensures that there is a disease. Or if urine contains blood and is red, also there is a bleeding in the urethra and piles happening. So an increase or decrease in any dhatu can bring a lot of diseases even in dosha, mala and dhatus. So actually, as I told you, this creates ojas, and ojas is the main thing that supports everything. So this is how the thing is. And now I would like to tell you the two main pillars of life, that is ahara, food, and nidra. And they won't be the main pillars if you actually eat and consume the wrong food, that is the 5 evils and junk food from outside, and if you sleep late and get up late, and then that will not affect you, and those will not be the main pillars if you don't follow all of these things. So thank you. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Ramachandra, Jai Shri Lakshmi Nrsimha. I hope you all like the video. Yeah. Jai Shri Lakshmi Nrsimha, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Ramachandra. So today I would like to give a brief explanation about the dosha